What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you one of the steps in men's fashion that a lot of guys struggle with: how to tie a tie knot. And I'm going to show you how to do my favorite knot, the 4-in-hand. So let's get started. Alright guys, we're going to make this as super simple and easy as possible, okay? Now, I've watched a ton of these videos before on YouTube, and sometimes it can get a little confusing if somebody doesn't have their camera inverted properly, so I just want to let you know, this is my left hand, this is my right hand. It may seem silly, but if you watch enough of these videos, you'll understand. So, you want the fatter side of your tie on your right hand side, and the narrow side on your left, at about your 4th button. Now, I'm right-handed, so if you were left-handed, you might want to switch this around, but for all the righties out there, and for anybody watching this, this is how I do it. So, take this, you want to take the wider side, cross over, okay? Then, with your right pointer finger and your thumb, you want to pinch, and you want to bring the loop around back, to where now the fatter side has the tie label showing if you were to hold it this way. You guys can see that? Okay. Then we're going to loop it over again. Now this is an important step, okay? Because you want to keep this as straight as possible. You want to keep the fatter side as straight as possible. That's going to make your knot look better. Okay. Now, but also keep in mind this is going to be an symmetrical knot. It's not going to be perfectly done, right? Okay, so we're going to pull this through to now the fat part is sitting on top. If you can see here, I'm still holding. Now, right here, we've made a little loop. So the fat part of your tie is going to go through that hole that I just showed you. It's very simple, guys. So, once you pull it through, and don't worry if you don't get this on your first try. I mean, it takes me several tries sometimes to get this to come together. Now, when you're pulling your knot, just make sure that holding on to the narrow side, you're pulling it to tighten it up. And if you want to tighten up this knot, just make sure you're holding the knot and pulling on the fatter part of your tie. And with any luck, you will have one 4-in-hand knot. As you can see with the collar down, you know, the collar is not like a widespread collar. You know, if the collar was spread out like this, I would go with a Windsor knot. But since it's a smaller gap, I can use a smaller knot, such as the 4-in-hand. I try to get all my shirts to have a collar gap like this so I can use the 4-in-hand. So just keep that in mind, guys. If your collar is spread out, if you're going to want to go with a bigger knot. And there's definitely other kinds of knots, but this is, like I said, the easiest and my favorite. Now, another trick I want to teach you guys. Make sure that you make use of this label. It is a pet peeve of mine to see guys not tuck the narrow part of their tie into that label or behind that label. It's going to help keep that in place, because when they're walking around and the breeze is blowing, I don't want to see like the skinny end of their tie just like floating around. I don't think that's very attractive or cool at all. I like to keep it tucked in, and make sure you have a good tie clip. You can use a tie pin, but just keep in mind you would be poking a hole through your tie. Ties are expensive. That may not be something you want to do. I know I don't. That's why I go with a tie clip. What other knots do you guys want to see me do? I can do a Windsor. I can tie a bow tie as well. So down in the comments, let me know what you want to see. But with that, we will leave you. So please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the social media things. Help me fight the YouTube algorithm. Ring the bell. And be sure to check out thewellroundeddude.com. Dude15 will save you 15% off your total purchase. And with that, we will see you next time, guys. Take care. Peace.